everybody, and welcome back to Vlogust. I don't know why my face is so red right now. I think it was because I was cooking. And my hair is a mess because I need to wash it. But apart from that, I'm back for another day. And today I'm going to be doing an Animal Crossing special characters tier list. So I thought about doing the villagers, but I realized there are literally so many of them that I didn't have enough opinions to make one. So I'm just gonna do the main characters or the special characters because they are the ones that literally everybody has and everybody has probably interacted with at least once. So my tiers are S, A, B, C, D, F, and H. I added H tier because I did try to record this video one time before and realized that I had a lot of characters in F tier just because most of them were holiday characters and I hadn't really formed an opinion on them. So I made a whole new tier list, or a tier for them, so that they would not be excluded, but also if I didn't know what to do with them, I would have somewhere to put them. So I'm just gonna get into it. So first I'll be starting with, let me move my computer a little bit so that I'm facing the camera a little bit more. I'm gonna start with Pascal. And now Pascal's that little cute otter guy who I think in Wild World you found him on the edge of the inlet, you go to the end of the beach and there's the dip. Or he was in the water, I don't remember. He was in all of the games. Oh, when you were diving, he would show up in New Leaf. I'm gonna put him, come here bud, into C tier for right now. All of these are subject to change as with the Naruto video, but I'm just gonna start there because I haven't gotten into the core of the characters. Next is Mabel, and Mabel is so cute, and I was watching a video this morning about her and her sister's backstory, and I was like, I'm so heartbroken. But she gets to go in B tier because she is so cute and so lovable. Nat is one of those characters that I just don't really have an opinion on. I haven't interacted with him a whole lot. So I'm gonna put him in H tier because he's one of the holiday characters that I have not interacted with. Pelly is gonna go in B tier with Mabel because she's perfect and I love her. Pete can go into C tier because he is good, but he's not in the game that much, which I'm hoping that they'll do more of him in the new Horizons game, but I guess we'll see. Pave, I'm gonna put in D tier. I didn't interact with this character a whole lot, but I remember not having any really negative. We're gonna put you in F tier, my friend. I'm sorry. Lyle's gonna go in D tier. No, Lyle's gonna go in F tier too. Oh, they're just turning out really even. I don't like that. But Lyle, I remember being young, and Wild World was my first game. He would always be outside my house, and I was like, I don't want insurance. Leave me alone. I was like 10. Oh my gosh. I didn't even know what that meant. I was like, I don't even know what insurance is. But he sent me, sorry, I'm gonna flip the screen so that, but he sent me money in the mail when I would get a bee sting. So next is the Dream Suite lady who I'm gonna put in H because I don't use the Dream Suite. I should and I want to, but my Wi-Fi is never set up right. So I can't really go use it. I'm gonna put, sorry, that's Phineas, and I'm putting him in A tier because he is everybody's grandpa who's just looking out for them, and I really like him, so he's gonna go in A tier. Next is Phyllis, and that girl can go into F tier, so don't let the door hit you on the way out. Okay. Porter is gonna go in B tier because he was really not in the game a whole lot. No, he's gonna go in C tier. He wasn't in the game a whole lot, but he was always very good. Red is gonna go in D tier because I was always really mad that he would sell me faulty paintings, and I was too young to realize that there was a difference and that you had to look for the one that was real. So I just always hated him because he would never give me a real one, or I wouldn't be smart enough to pick the real one. But yeah. Next up is Reese, and she can go in B tier as well. With Pelly and Mabel, because she is also too pure for this world. Next up is Resetti, who in my childhood I really did not like, but as I've grown older I understand where he's coming from, so he's gonna go in C tier because he's just a hardworking Animal Crossing citizen, so he deserved better than what I gave him. Rover is also gonna go in C tier. He kind of creeped me out, but he overall did a good job at getting us where we needed to go, so I'm gonna leave him there. Next up is our first S tier person, and that is Sable. Sable's gonna be our first S tier person because Sable is the best. She is unmatched. Next is Sahara. I'm gonna put Sahara in a F tier because I don't really have any. She always kind of annoyed me because she'd always give me really bad wallpaper and then, or flooring, and I was like, I just gave you my money for you to give me a dirt floor, like what? Next up is, I always forget her name. I want to say Serena. I'm gonna put her in H tier because I don't think I've ever interacted with her in a game ever, because I didn't ever make the fountain in City Folk. So I never got to talk to her or throw my axe into the fountain. I knew it was a thing, but I didn't get to do it, so. Ugh. Next up is Timmy and Tommy, and I'm gonna put them in D tier with Crazy Red because I'm not crazy about them. They're kind of annoying, kind of bother me. Maybe that's not the right way to put it, but I don't really like have any positive feelings towards them. They just are kind of around. Tortimer is gonna go in A tier because I like him. He's a good character. He allowed me to be mayor. That was pretty neat. He invited me to his private island. Also neat. And he was the mayor in the first game, the first couple of games, and that was, I really loved him, and I was always so excited when there was an event and he was outside. I was like, I need to go say hi to the mayor. Next up is Tom Nook, who I'm going to put him in A tier as well. So some of you may be wondering why I put everybody else that had like a shop so low. How is he above Mabel and Pelly? Well, as I got to know Tom Nook's backstory with talking to Sable and all of that, he's not a bad guy. And the fact that he's just not a bad guy. He's the hero we didn't know we needed. And that's all I'm gonna say about it. Next up is Wendell, putting him in F tier. I didn't really like him. He kind of annoyed me. Don't really have any fond memories with him. He just ate my food and then gave me crap. Next up is Zipper T Bunny. I'm gonna put him in D tier because his holiday was fun. I enjoy Easter. But who is in that suit? Conspiracy? Maybe. Next up is, I can't remember, that's Caitlin, I think. Katie. I'm gonna put her and her mom in F tier whenever I find her mom. Oh, I found her mom. There she is. They're both going in F tier because I don't remember them being in any other game except Wild World. And even when they were in the game, they didn't play a big part in it. So actually, I guess I'm gonna move them down to H tier because I only met them one time from what I can remember. Katrina is going in F tier because I don't like her. Just remember, bad times are just times that are bad. Okay. Kix, I'm going to put in B tier because what a sweet baby boy. Just trying to make the way in the world, and he went from the stoop and then he had his own shoe store, and you know, I just find that like a really good story. Next up is Lapel, who I'm gonna put in C tier because she disrespected her family in City Folk, and I didn't really appreciate that. But they made up and now she's in their store, so it's fine. She has some redeeming qualities, but I'm still not happy about it. I'm so opinionated on things that don't matter. Like cornhole versus bags, but that's Next up is Leaf, and Leaf's going right up into S tier because he is too precious for this world, and he is by far one of my favorite characters, and he's a sloth. I went to the zoo on Saturday and I got to see sloths and be up close and personal with them, and they are so cute, and they are so cute, and I just want one. I also want an axolotl, but that's neither here nor there. So moving on to, I don't have any opinions on these ones. It's like the Kappas from the island. I'm gonna put them, well, I'm gonna put her in F tier because her traits are bad. The mom can go, she's pretty nice, we'll put her in D tier, but I don't really have any opinions on them. So next up is Lottie, and Lottie can go in B tier because she's cute and sweet, but that's really it. She's kind of like Mabel. Cute and sweet and to the point. Why do I keep sighing? Next up is Gulliver. Gulliver can go in F tier. I don't really think the game would be much different without him in it. In Wild World, it was wild that he was like a space alien spaceship dude. I remember my friend told me she saw a spaceship in her game, and I did not believe her. I thought she was lying to me. I was like, no, you didn't. No way. And then I Googled it, and I was like, oh, she wasn't lying to me. Ooh. But I thought she was lying. I was like, no, you're lying. That's not true. Next up is our girl, Isabel, who's gonna go S-A-S-A-S-A-S, because she runs the whole town in your absence and makes sure that everything is going smoothly and that you don't have to worry about a thing when you're off acting a fool and playing other games and not tending to your town. So thank you, Isabel, for always having my back. Next up is Jack, and I'm gonna put him, he's like my favorite holiday, but I think I'm gonna put Jack in A tier because I really like Jack. Like, he is one of my favorite holiday characters, if not my favorite holiday character. Halloween is a good holiday. Next up is Harriet. I'm going to put her in C tier with all of the other people because she always did me right with my hair. Always. Well, I had to Google the hair guide, but she always did me right. Kinda. Sometimes not so much, actually, but when I needed it, she always offered to do me right. So how many times can I say do me right in 30 seconds? Do me right, do me right, do me right, do me right. Do me right. Next up is Jingle, and I'm gonna put Jingle in C tier as well because I liked him, but he wasn't my favorite holiday. Like, Christmas is one of my favorite holidays, and that is my favorite time of year. But I don't know, I just don't have, you know, you have those characters that you were like specifically drawn to and they are your favorite, and you don't really have a reason for them being your favorite, but they are. That's how Jack is. But Jingle, I like Jingle, but he's not my favorite. Next up is KK Slider, and he can go into B tier with the rest of the up-and-comers in there. And in the same vein, I'm gonna put Joan up there because she is also an up-and-comer with her own business. Look at that B tier entrepreneur list. They are the best. Do not get in their way. They're here to make money and not play games. I hate myself. It's fine. Oh, next up is Booker, and he can go right up into A tier because he's a sweet baby angel. No, he should not go up into A tier. But I really like him because he was always so shy, and I was like, you're so cute. Oh my gosh. How many more characters do I? Oh my gosh, I have so many more characters to do. Ah, jeez. Next up is Brewster. Brewster's also going in A tier because I love him as well. And he's shy, and you have to get to know him. And da-da-da-da-da. I'm gonna put the OK Motors guys in C tier because they were fine in Pocket Camp, but they weren't my favorite. Celeste can go up with all the cuties in B tier because she always had my back with the stars and always made sure that my constellations were up there. Oh, that's such a bad reason. And she ran the constellation telescope thing in a Wild World, and that was one of my favorite features, is that you could make constellations. And then you could see them at different times of the year and they worked like real stars, and I was like, Celeste, you are perfect. Next up is Chip, and I'm gonna put him down in H tier because I don't really, not really too bothered by him. Next up is Copper. I'm gonna put him in C tier. Cyrus, I'm gonna put in D tier because he didn't even wake up till like halfway through New Leaf, or earlier depending on how, if you met like the stipulations to get him to wake up, but other than that, he really didn't wake up early on. Digby I'm gonna put in D tier because I like him, but I didn't really interact with him that much, so like, I don't know what to do about that. So he's great, not as great as Isabel, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles. I hope they use him more in the next game as well because I think he has a lot of potential. Next up is Cornimer. H tier. I only interacted with him a couple of times. I guess I could put him up higher, like into F tier, because I only interacted with him a few times, and I guess he did have a pretty fun holiday. Lloyd the Gyroid, you can go right up into B tier. I love you for making sure that my house stayed okay while I was gone in the GameCube and Population Growing. Population Growing was actually my third Animal Crossing game. I have all of them except for Welcome Amiibo. I can't get on board with that. I also don't want to pay for a Wii U, so I'm gonna put, why don't I remember his name? I don't remember what his name is, but he's going in H tier because I didn't really talk to him. Cap'n can go in D tier with his wife because he sang songs and I really appreciated them, even though I skipped over them every time I got on the boat to go to the island. Sorry about it. You can go in C tier. Where's the other one? You can also go in C tier. I'll move Copper over. Can I move you over? So okay. Blathers, you get to go in B tier because I really appreciated you making sure that my museum was always well kept and you were always there when I needed you. He was the first 24-hour character I was listening to Welcome to Haken, and they were like, Isabel's the first 24-hour character, and I was like, yeah, that's right. And they said that Blathers was, and I was like, how did I forget about him always being in the museum? Next up is Wisp, and I'm gonna put him in H tier, and I'm gonna put Blanca in F tier because it was fun to draw her face, but yeah, I really didn't see her that much. Don Resetti, I'm gonna put in H tier. I'm gonna put him in F tier because I interacted with him very rarely, but he was still there. Shrunk can go in F tier just because I don't really like him that much. I understand that he's trying to make a living, but you know, his jokes are bad. I'm not sure what this gnome thing is, so if anybody can enlighten me on what that is, that would be great, but it's going in H tier. Franklin also going in H tier. I don't think I ever played the Thanksgiving one event. Really? That's weird. I've been playing Animal Crossing for a long time and I've never played the Thanksgiving event or holiday. I've also never met Frillard, so he's gonna go in H tier. Gracie can get a big fat F tier because she always made fun of my outfits. I don't know what that was about, but whatever. And last and very anticlimactically is the Grandma Koopa from, from the island, who I really don't think I've interacted with that much other than buying stuff. So there you have it. There is my tier list for all of the Animal Crossing special characters that we've seen. If you have a different one, I will link this tier list down below. And, you know, you can also do it. So I guess that's all I have for you. I'm really excited for Animal Crossing New Horizons, and I hope to see you back here tomorrow.